Bob Leodis, I'm President and CEO of the ANA. One of ANA's most important responsibilities is to essentially protect the environment for marketers. What do I mean by that? Through ANA's advocacy efforts, our job is to ensure that the marketing industry is completely unencumbered by government intervention and legislation. Now, recently with the Obama administration, there has been much legislation that's been proposed that in fact can encumber the environment that the marketers operate in. In particular today, I want to spend a few seconds to chat about the whole focus in on direct-to-consumer advertising in the pharmaceutical industry. Now, there's a lot to be said about taxation. And the Obama administration, in its healthcare proposals, has been looking to the pharmaceutical industry in order to be able to raise enough revenues in order to pay for the healthcare initiative. Now, first of all, we should not even be talking about raising business taxes. Business taxes in the United States are about some of the most onerous in the world and leads to enough anti-competitive behavior that essentially puts the United States business and industry in a disadvantageous position. So number one, we would strike out by adding an additional tax on the pharmaceutical industry. But in particular, there's more focus in on the proposal itself. First of all, either rescinding completely or limiting the deductibility of advertising as a legitimate business expense for DTC advertising might bear on the degree of unconstitutionality. And that would need to be tested in the courts to ensure that a specific proposal can be rescinded for one particular industry. Secondly, the pharmaceutical industry should not bear the weight of the billions and billions of dollars that are necessary in order to be able to fund the entire healthcare proposal. There are a lot of initiatives that are there, and I understand that there are an array of proposals, but the pharma industry should not bear the brunt of that. Third, rescinding or limiting the deduction for advertising taxes will simply raise the cost of doing business for the pharmaceutical industry. Now, the profitability of the pharmaceutical industry goes to the reinvestment in new drugs and new initiatives that, in fact, are going to bear on the long-term health of society. So if we take money away from the pharmaceutical industry, we, in fact, may be hurting our long-term health care. And last, the notion of an advertising tax is going to limit the amount of advertising that the pharmaceutical industries do on television and all other media. Now, that's the last thing we want, because pharmaceutical advertising has raised the awareness of many maladies and illnesses that American consumers have been made to become aware of, and in fact has elevated the health because more and more individuals are now going to their doctors for things that they might not have otherwise. Overall, this is bad legislation, and we should do all we can to ensure that this proposal never reaches the light of day. Thank you very much.